Win it back quickly. Smith are inviting pressure, and they're in here. Nakati! What a roar from the Mariners! The comeback kings could be doing it again. It's flipped on towards the back post and turned in. Maguire Drew was there, and he might just have got the goal that sends Grimsby back to the Football League.
Good evening, Steve. Sunday night. A long time since we played on Thursday against Notts County, and you reported from directly after the game. You sounded deflated at a 4-1 defeat after travelling all that way. But we wanted to recap this week and go back to a bit of a happier part of the week. I don't think either of us are into Thursday night football, so going back to a Saturday 3 p.m. game and the positivity of the Cheltenham match. So, what are your reflections on the Cheltenham game, for starters?
Good evening, David. Pleasure to be with you again.
Yeah, thanks for joining again.
We're back to the Cheltenham game. Well, it was a great result. We did well to 2-0 in the lead, but sort of threw it away. Well, they came back at us really well. But we won it in the end, 3-2, against a team that came down last season. So, it's all good, all happy, and looking forward to Notts County game. But
I thought they came back at us pretty well, and they didn't look too bad aside, Cheltenham. And Artell picked it out that they changed shape and flooded forward a bit more and pushed us back, and we didn't particularly cope with it that well. And the second goal particularly was us coming out of defence, trying to play out quickly. Ball was played out a bit too far ahead of Davies, and he didn't get it. Right, probably the full back or a wing back, had about 3 opportunities to cross the ball. So it's about that preventiveness, I think, isn't it?
He did well, that guy to get a cross in, because he was penned in. He defended it quite well, but he managed to get the cross in, and quite impressed with how he did it, and then scored. Obviously, we're at the far end looking at that, so it's difficult to see it. But
their first goal, the one that got back into the game at 2-1, seemed a bit of a weird one, didn't it? It must have taken a deflection, but it wasn't that obvious what a deflection it was it?
No. Well, from what I saw, he just hit it from when I was at the game. Just hit it from the edge of the box. It could have gone anywhere, and it went in the back of the net. What great! I don't think he hit it that great. And it did take a deflection.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just the goals we concede don't seem to be. I don't know. They don't seem to be like worldies, do they, or anything? It's all little tappy, little scrappy goals. I mean, that was just a little hit from the outside of the box, just a speculative, wasn't it?
I think the term that Artell came up with the other night again was preventable, and I suppose if teams are doing things that we can work out a way to get around it, i.e. we know the things that are going to undo us, we've got some idea of what we can do to stop it, hopefully, and that'd be, it's not necessarily positive, but it's a positive spin, isn't it, to say, we could work out quite easily what's conceding as goals.
I think you just got to look at the goals we conceded against Cheltenham. There was just a couple of average goals, really. Nothing goals, really. I mean, I look at our goals, and there were, really Vernon's goal, great goal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, live at the game, I wondered why the keeper hadn't come to claim the cross. But he got caught underneath it, didn't he? Because if the guy had 2 or 3 goes to get it across, and it was really looping, and the man was on his own at the far post, so we've got to pick up them loose men, haven't we? At times.
Yeah, the keeper so far he's done well, but I've still got my slight doubts, if I'm honest, about his in the crossing, catching, coming for crosses like.
Yeah.
I think shot stopping. I think he's looks brilliant.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, but I think he's just got to come out and claim a few crosses. I think.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early to be writing him off as he's not good enough.
No, God, no. He's highly rated at Lincoln, wasn't he? So we'll see. But just we saw him in pre-season, didn't we? Cleveland Town, and he pulled off 2 or 3 great, really good saves.
Yeah, I know it's against Cleveland Town, but there's still efforts that were well going to go in, and he made sure that they didn't.
So it's early. We'll see how he gets on, but. Yeah, it was a good result. I was hoping for a draw, at least a draw at County to make it
to back it up. Yeah,
yeah.
Just finishing off the Cheltenham game, and we talked about the letting them get back into it. The goals, as you said, Vernon's goal, absolutely superb, and Jordan Davis put in a good performance and scored twice.
Yeah.
So great header from a corner, which wasn't a corner, was it? It was a free kick, but we've not had many people getting on the end of a free kick directly scoring with headers, have we? So to get somebody come to do it from midfield is something.
Now, if you see the goal back, the cross from Vernon was absolutely perfect, and it was pace as well. Yeah. And Davis's header, we've not had anybody do that from midfield for pretty. It's Disley, I think.
No, and I think he'd had a previous header down, but it went straight to the keeper a few minutes before as well. So that was promising. And then after we got back to 2-2, we wrestled the game back, didn't we? And we had that equaliser, which sorry, not equaliser, the winner.
The winner, yeah.
You just think this is going to go in, otherwise it's a draw. And
yeah,
you're not actually that hopeful.
I mean, the wall. I was watching that. The goalie lined up the wall on the right, where the side the ball went in, and he did it real quick. He wasn't there for a few, like 10, 15 seconds. He went over there. He went, yeah, that's done, and then he went over, and then Davis must have seen it wasn't quite maybe. I mean, he bent it round, but he hit it at pace as well.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I don't think the wall was quite lined up right, but he still got to put it in the back of the net.
He wasn't diligent enough, is what you're saying.
I don't think he did his due diligence, the keeper.
No, I think you might well be right, but I think that's the good thing about good players. They can exploit those weaknesses, can't they? And I think at times you've got to recognise that. I was thinking about this today, listening to some of the Premier League football. They were talking about bad defending. I'm thinking, when is bad defending really bad defending, and when is it just the other side did something really good to unlock the defence?
Yeah.
And it's probably quite subjective of which is which sometimes.
It is, isn't it? You can be, you can. It's like when they go on about on football. They go on about, he's got to score there. And it always annoys me that, because why has he got to score there? Because he can't score every time you get a header. Yeah. You're not going to score every time you get a chance. So, it's just one of them things. But yeah, is it bad defending? Is it good? Is it good attack play? And
there'll be depending on your viewpoint, there'll be elements of both. Always makes me laugh, these pundits, and they have to give an opinion. I get that. But they, you shouldn't be letting him run loose there, and this, that, and the other. And you think, when you were playing, you never let anybody run. How did that come about? And you let it go.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, Shearer's one of the worst ones for saying, you know what, he's done that. He should have done this. He should have headed that down. I'm thinking, I mean, he scored a load of goals, so he knows what he's talking about.
Back it up, can't he?
Yeah, they can't all score goals he can back it up. Yeah, he can, but he can't always be perfect. No. And if defenders were perfect, strikers were perfect,
every game
would be 0-0. It'd be 0-0, wouldn't it?
It'd be Tranmere. Every game's 0-0, except they won at the weekend 1-0. So they've not let a goal in yet, Tranmere, and I do keep an eye on Tranmere because of my workmate who.
Your latitude derby, whatever it is.
57 degrees north derby. Yeah.
57 degrees north. Yeah.
So Cheltenham, we left Blundell Park happy on Saturday. Looking forward to one of the better away days, and we talked about this briefly on Thursday night. It would be a good away day, but for somebody making it on a Thursday instead of the Saturday.
Good old SkySports.
It was really early in the season again, which it was last season when we lost 3-2 there, if you remember. So we got there, decent crowd in for a Thursday night. We took 1,400, we mentioned.
Yeah, it was good.
Crowd was about 10,000.
Real good atmosphere.
Good atmosphere. And then the game started. And that's where the problem started.
Yeah, it was just, you could just see it from the off, like they were all over us, dominating, Crowley on the ball. Couldn't get him off you just couldn't get him off the ball, apart from fouling him, which they didn't really foul him. And they just controlled it.
I want to address a little bit some of the reaction to the other night. There was a lot of doom and gloom. Some people almost writing us off straight away. We look weak. We look like we're not going to be able to do anything. We're poor. We're crap and all this. Complete opposite to Saturday. And to some extent, you can see some of those things in the performance. Probably not necessarily as bad as some people think at times. But one of the things that struck me was after the run of bad luck we had with those 3 goals.
Yeah.
At what point in your psychology do you go, I don't know why I'm bothering here? And even if it just affects your performance by 5%, you
could see the players.
Yeah, you're down in the dumps.
Walking back after each goal.
Yeah.
Watching because I had a good view of it. You could see all the players walking back, and you're thinking, you could see the shoulders down, thinking, what's going on? We're doing our best, and then all that, and then they get unlucky in the handball. And
now we might have ended up 3-0 down anyway, but that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is, if in your day job you're really flogging your guts out to do your best, and somebody kept coming in and spoiling it, unwittingly or otherwise.
I've had that. I've had it. I know what you're saying. I've had that at work where you're doing your best you can, and everything seems. And then there's always something to comes along and says, "Oh no, you're doing too well here. I'm gonna put a spanner in here."
Yeah,
I had it this week. I was doing everything I possibly could at work, and something happened on the plant, and the gas alarm went off, and nothing I could do about it. But I was trying my hardest to stop it.
And at some points in those sort of days, you think everything's against me. Why am I trying? And it just affects your psychology. So I think to some extent, looking down, slow, not as interested as maybe we ought to, might come from something like that. Having said that, Notts were playing pretty well as well.
They were,
I don't think there's any way, shape or form either of us said that we ought to have won that game or not. But you just hope at half time, if it was 0-0 or 1-1, we might have been able to be have a bit more about us.
Yeah, it's quite similar to the last year when we lost 3-2, but because we scored, I think it's Clifton scored just right before half time in the same goal, same end, their end, not counting end, just to give us. I can't remember what that made it. Was it made that 2? Because Danny Rose scored the first, didn't he?
Yeah.
Last year, and then they equalised it, and then Clifton got the goal just before half time to give us a bit of hope, and then we lost it 3-2. But it was a similar game. I mean, it was always goals in county games. It was 5-5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last season, home game.
So if you, as I said the other day, you compare the result to last year's at Notts County. We've had a 1-goal swing. Dan Crowley got a lot of plaudits. Apparently, Jack Grealish has been bigging him up, saying he's one of the best players he played for. Can you see him moving on in the window? Is such shop window stuff going to mean he's going to end up moving on?
I can see somebody coming in for him. I don't know how long he's been at County. I mean, he's been there a couple of seasons, at least two seasons, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But his skill level is phenomenal. I enjoy watching him play, if I'm honest. I know he's against Town, but he just looked absolute quality, and he just looked like a Premier League player, if I'm honest. But I know it was League Two, but he
27, so he's not.
And me and Bradley both said, "Excuse me, I'm coughing." It's the best individual performance I've seen live from a League Two player.
Yeah.
Since we've been back in the league. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's like I say, he's 27, so he's not like he's a young lad. He's
been around.
Yeah, started at Arsenal, 2014 to 17. Went out to Barnsley, Oxford, spent some time in Holland on loan.
Yeah,
came back into Birmingham, Hull City on loan, and he went to Cheltenham for a little while. Back to Holland, then to Morecambe, and then to Notts County. So
I know.
If you'd signed him, and he scored probably 10, 15 goals in his whole career. He scored 17 goals in 49 for Notts County. So far in his career. So he's really taken off at County.
Whenever he's played against Town, he's been outstanding. And you watch games, don't you? You don't know who the opposition is sometimes, the players. But County, because we've seen them quite a few times now, home and away in non-league and League Two. There's Crowley and Jones, McGoldrick, and they did have that Bostock. Was it Bostock?
Yeah.
And he's gone now. Yeah. But them players and their bench, me and Bradley noticed that their bench on Thursday was 3 or 4 of them players were starting last season.
Yeah.
Chickson, McGoldrick, and they came on. So they could see what squad they've got.
Yeah, so they've got strength in depth, probably where we haven't. And
I think they're ahead. The 2 years probably ahead of us. Yeah. I think that's the way Artell wants to play possession. But up to I think was it the Notts County game against Fleetwood, they had 80% possession, and on Thursday they were down at 50. I think they had 56. I think it was.
Yeah.
So we did have the ball.
Yeah.
More than any other team that's played them, but we just didn't quite do the right decisions. In the right places. When we got forward, we looked good, but then we just made the wrong decision.
And that's the point I'm making about if you feel like you're up against it more than you feel like you're 2 or 3-0 down, and you don't feel you deserve to be for whatever reason, then. It might affect your decision making. It might affect your positivity in your performance. Anyway, we didn't talk much the other night about the disallowed or the goals that should have been disallowed. So in the ground, I guess it would have been difficult for you to see the offside.
The offside we couldn't see until you sent the picture. Yeah. Didn't really see that. Even the handball, if I'm honest.
But the linesman's job is to pick that up. I would have expected him to have seen that and picked it up.
I can see why. Because the linesman was at the far end, so where he handballed it, even though they said on Sky, was it? Oh, he's chested that down. I'm thinking, no, he caught it.
He caught it between both his
hands. He was where the linesman was. He had his back. Crowley would have had his back to him, but the referee was there.
Yeah.
I think he should have seen that, and that's just ridiculous decision.
And then Jody Jones, who's quite capable of scoring a worldie, manages to shank one across that he was putting onto Jatta's head, and he managed to get it over.
You can see where they celebrated it at the game. It wasn't meant like. Yeah. And he just went in, and we just thought, it's not our night. This we can forget about. And then the third was that second goal, wasn't it? And the third one,
third one was the looping cross, wasn't it? And the fourth one was Crowley's second.
That's right.
That took a massive deflection and went in as well. So on another day, you block them and they fly off somewhere else, don't they? And hopefully the luck will balance itself out over time. You better do it anyway.
Yeah.
It would be well overdue, I think, for us to have a homer of a referee for once.
Yeah, well, I think that's the first goal was the offside goal. That's right. Second goal was the Crowley handball, and then the third was the miss it cross, which went in, and that's when we thought that's it. Yeah. But then we got the goal, which was our goal, was the only one that was a proper goal. Well, they're all goals, but you know what I mean, like a nice shot by
snapshot in the box from Big Harvey
Rogers. A good turn, wasn't it? Good turn and shot.
Turned on the proverbial sixpence.
He did. Yeah. It was quite impressive, that.
So that was not so late night back for you then. So did you get back about midnight? Was it something like that?
I got back in my house at midnight, so I was coming off the A46 at Laceby there at 11:45. I didn't leave till about 10:15.
Yeah.
So I did put the old foot down.
So
but it was raining as well all the way home, so the conditions weren't great. But...
Yeah, so it wasn't raining quite as bad as when we went to Notts County last season and we went from the pub to the ground.
Oh yeah, the old
bin bags for you to put on and stuff.
Bin bag.
I've got a great photograph of you running across the crossing in a bin bag.
Yeah, what did he call it? Me and Bradley, Bagman and Robin.
Something like that, yeah. Bagman and Robin.
Bradley was in the pub, same pub,
yeah.
But I think obviously I didn't get there in time to meet him for it because I was late leaving.
And you'd forgotten your bag as well.
Hey,
you'd forgotten your bag.
Yeah, my bin bag was still in the house, so I think I couldn't go in that pub without a bin bag.
They check you on the way in.
It took me about 10 goes to get it on, didn't it? Remember? It was piddling down, wasn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah, they say some people look good in anything, but I won't give up your day job. So
that's not the first time I've been in a bin bag in the ground.
Is it not?
I walked out of can't remember we played Maccles when it was abandoned at half time at home.
I remember that
in the cup. I think it was Macclesfield.
Yeah,
and it absolutely came down, and the pontoon was flooded in the walkway, and we had to. The game was abandoned at half time. And we left in a bin bag. I can't mean dodgy. I can't remember where we found the bin bags from. They're under our seats or something. But I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture of that.
I remember now. I was driving home from somewhere. I've been away on working sometimes down south, and I remember driving back towards Louth and seeing the thunder and lightning over Grimsby, thinking, can't see the town match staying on if it carries on like this.
Well, that might be the one then.
Yeah,
there's been a couple I've been to have been abandoned, but
Carlisle season before last, was it?
Well, the one with Dodgy, because he hadn't been to a game before COVID, so since COVID, so it's going to be 2018, 2019. But I remember the hailstones were coming down, and where we sit in the pontoon, row H, all the rows in the front were getting hammered, and they had the hailstones, and they all piled in the back of the pontoon. And our row was the row we weren't getting it, so we were fine. So we just stayed where we was.
It was all right until somebody decides to get out for a pee, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Our row is the
troublesome row, the weak bladdered,
the weak bladder row.
Yeah. Anyway,
they should have
booked seats at the end, shouldn't they? Should have booked seats at the end.
Oh, it's ridiculous, our row. Just so many people just can't hold it.
Yeah. If you're watching, say you're not in it. Thank you.
I'm just trying to find a picture. Oh, this is it. I'm going to send you this picture. Is it? Share. I don't know if I can do it on the chats. This is the pontoon. I don't know if you can put it on the feed. You see that?
Let me have a look. Oh, lost it. We'll find it. There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's like a river, isn't it?
That is the river that's the concourse. That filled up in minutes. Never seen that like it.
Yeah, incredible. We'll have to have a feature session once on all the games you've been to that never played or abandoned.
Yeah,
long distance away games that have been called off.
A few actually. I've been to about 3 or 4 months. Yeah,
we'll do them one time. So picking up from where the end of the Notts County game, then really, we're a bit thin on the ground in terms of numbers. Jordan Davis went off after 10 minutes, which is a worry. Not heard any update on what that injury is at the moment. Have you heard anything?
No, I just heard. I read that they're waiting for tests to find out what it is, the extent of it.
We've got
what it is.
Thompson injured. We get Jordan Davies in. He's not injured.
We've got Curry, haven't we? Yeah. Curry's been playing left back.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to move him into centre mid for for the time being until the tests come back for Davis.
So
but it doesn't.
Deadline.
It could be anything, couldn't it? It could be anything. So
5 or 6 days to the deadline. It's Friday, the deadline. So what are you hoping to see in between now and Friday?
I think we can do with another striker in, just to, because we've got Pike, but I don't know he's not featuring anywhere, is he?
No.
At the minute.
I don't know. He just doesn't seem to start many games. When he does, he's looked okay at times. It's not my particular kind of player, but I don't know whether he's not fancied or whether he's injured or what.
I don't know, but it's we haven't got a massive squad, but I think we could do with a striker coming in, maybe on loan, or I don't think we'll get any more permanents, will we?
I think we might struggle to cover that. But I think we'll certainly probably need another midfielder now to bolster.
And a midfielder as well, yeah.
Because we've got, Thompson will be lucky to see him this side of Christmas, I would have thought. It was given 10 to 12 weeks, wasn't
it? Yeah. What's his injury? Thompson, I can't remember.
Hamstring, I think.
Yeah, hamstring could be Davis, couldn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it might be that. So, so we're looking to shape up in those couple of areas. There's the rumour about Harvey Rodgers. Not heard any more about that. May have been false. It was a Twitter rumour, so coming from somebody who seemed to purport to know what was going on. But that's Twitter for you, isn't it? And then you've got Doug Tharm coming back. And I think that'll be a real positive for us at the back. I think he adds a steely calmness to our back line, I think.
Who's that? Sorry?
Doug Tharm.
Tharm, yeah. I quite like him.
Yeah, so
get him back. And then we've got good cover, decent cover really back. I think it's just midfield and striker, I would say, to cover. Because we've got Rose coming back, but it sounds like they're managing him carefully because he's 30. He's don't want to come back and then get injured again. So Artell said he's keeping him. They've got a plan for him. And then Wilson, who's done, I think, brilliant. I think Notts County, who was good holding the ball up, really, really good. And Pike, and then Gardner, who's a young lad, we haven't really seen much of him yet.
I think Wilson, you need him running onto the ball, though. I think he's not. If he's going to score, he scores
Wilson,
he scores from running onto the ball as you're going forward. And I think that's where we need to be quick slipping him a pass in instead of getting down the wing and putting our foot on it and holding play up, because that just doesn't work for us. Yeah,
he's more pace, isn't he? He's got to use his pace. It's not a striker that's going to hold the ball. And I mean, he Thursday night he tried his hardest up front, and he was getting fouled sometimes. I thought when he should have, was holding.
There was one on the halfway line. He was basically being wrestled, and the referee just let
the referee doesn't give a
Sheffield Wednesday game now. So, despite from the league, Notts County's gone, done, dusted. We can forget about that one now for another Notts County away for another season. And we're back to the Carabao Cup second leg. I remember as a young lad, the first and second rounds of the League Cup were always 2 legs. Now a single leg, no extra time, straight to penalties, as we experienced in the Bradford game with a thrilling 9-8 win.
It is, yeah.
And now we're into Sheffield Wednesday at home on a Tuesday night under the lights. Always special, aren't they?
Yeah, I do. I enjoy the night games, and the cup game as well, especially. But I do like night games. And Sheffield Wednesday, they're going to bring a big following. They've sold out their allocation.
Sold out really quickly their allocation, didn't they?
They did, yeah. So they're all behind the Osmond. I think they've just got the Osmond stand, haven't they? Not the corner.
No.
In enclosed corners ours. So there'll be 1,200 of theirs ish fans, and I would have thought there'd be, looking at 6,500 probably.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Maybe more.
I think there's quite a few people who aren't that bothered about the Carabao Cup. Probably a bit more bothered about the Carabao than the Bristol Street Motors Pizza Cup or whatever it's called this week.
We were supposed to play them Man City under-21s last week, weren't we? Tuesday night.
Yeah, we
can't
play them on Tuesday night because we're playing on Thursday.
Not County, yeah.
So we've got.
Well, I didn't go to the Bradford game, but we've got tickets for the Sheff Wednesday game, so it's going to be a tough game. But it's a game we can win.
They're winnable out of these cup games. They're 11 against 11. You wouldn't have put any money on us beating Luton in the cup the other year, would you?
No, and they were top. They were top of the league, if I remember.
Yeah, they were top of the league, Premier League bound. They put a decent side out, and we just pummeled them on the night. And it is that it's a one-off game. They got beat by Leeds at the weekend, so they'll be looking to bounce back. But I think the whole atmosphere and the sort of type of game, it's a local derby, if you can call it that, between us and some of our old Yorkshire foes that we haven't played for a while, have we? So
I can't remember the last time we played Sheff Wednesday at home.
No, it's been a while.
It's probably about 20 years ago, or at least.
Yeah, and they're always quite high-profile games, aren't they? And
and
tend to be exciting.
Played them I think we played them in pre-season friendlies, but not so long back. But still a long time ago. But yeah, can't wait. It's gonna be good. But they've lost the last two. They won the first. I was looking there. They won the first game against Plymouth, Wayne Rooney's team, hammered them 4-1, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then I think they won the next one, but they've lost the next two. Lost against Leeds on Friday, and then Sunderland beat them 4-0 on previous games. Then. So they haven't scored a goal and they've conceded 6, so they're ripe for the picking.
They just need somebody to pick them. Have we got what it takes? If Danny Rose gets a chance, he's a Yorkshire lad, so he'd be looking to get on the score sheet against them. I'm looking forward to seeing Svan Thorsen play at home. If we can spring forward like Kieran Green got us moving forward with that second goal against Cheltenham. I'm hoping Svan Thorsen can get on the last man and be the sort of player that can spring a trap for us, moving from back to front. With a good crowd in, under the lights, special cup night, I think it could be a good night. On the other hand, they could come and pummel us. But it's the hope that kills you, innit?
I don't think they'll come and. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be a close game. I think you know what? The team they put out in the first round, they beat Hull, didn't they?
Yeah.
Hull City.
Yeah.
They changed it totally from the league game, and they still managed to beat Hull.
Yeah.
I say we've been playing Hull if we haven't beaten them.
Local derby. I think there was a few disappointed that that wasn't the case. So.
Yeah, I've not seen Town play Hull hardly at all.
Yeah,
only a couple of times in my 30-odd years.
Gary Charles scoring an extra time winner in a cup game in the Buckley era.
That was in the cup, wasn't it?
They played Coventry and who else? Everton. They play Everton later on in the same.
Yeah.
The same competition, 94-ish, I'm thinking. And then other games previous to that, Hull a long time ago.
So I think we can we could do something. Depending, I don't know what team he's going to put out. We haven't got massive squad, have we? So it's going to be a similar team to Notts County. I think.
Last time they made wholesale changes, but he expects to make changes again on Tuesday night, given a quick turnaround of fixtures. Does Danny roll? And in positive news, Aki Famaweyu, Nathaniel Chalabar have all returned to training following minor knocks. And then it says Ben Hamer-Hand remains sidelined while, and I read this wrong first time, it was Pierce Charles was selected between the sticks at Hull and could return for the game this week at Grimsby. I read it as Prince Charles. He has got quite big fat fingers, so he might.
Well, I hope it's Prince Charles in goal and then Kate Middleton centre half.
Yeah.
That'll be all right.
Yeah, would be challenging for them, wouldn't it?
Good,
so interesting.
Good title for the podcast: Prince Charles returns.
Yeah.
King Charles.
It's the king now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Do you think Town will make changes? Do you think Van Thorsten will come in.
Yeah, I think he'll start. I don't know about. I mean, like Rose. I don't know how far Rose is. He looked good. He looked fit when he came on against County. He looked good, but if he's fit enough to start, I don't know. He give Wilson a break.
Yeah,
I think he'll make a few changes. He'll bring Warren in. He'll probably start with him.
Terrell Warren. Yeah, so
Terrell Warren.
Right back. Who do you play left back? Hume or Cass? It's not Cass, is it? Cass. No,
Cass. I'd put Warren in as keep. Well, when you got the centre half, McJanet and Rogers. Yeah. I think they'll probably start.
I'm mixing up my lefts and my rights. It's Matty Carson or Hume.
Yeah, Hume might start. I think he'll start. Eastwood will come in goal, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think he deserved it after the Bradford game if he's going to.
Hume will come in.
Yeah.
So Curry might keep him in, put him in centre mid with McCracken and Green. I think we haven't got a lot of options really, have we? So
no, really. So
and it's just he bring JDS in, Van Thorsten, instead of we got Barrington. I presume all these loanies can play in these cup games
because the season-long loans, I would imagine so.
Yeah, so they can start. So I think JDS will come in probably for Barrington and Vernon. Keep Vernon in the team if we can.
So our 11 we've just rolled off is Eastwood, Warren, Hume, McJanet, Rogers, Corey, Green, McEachran, Wilson, Vernon, and JDS.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
Right. Yeah, I don't think
there's the prediction.
I don't think we'll be far out there, depending on whether anybody's got.
And then substitutes: Rose will be Gardner. That's two strikers.
Rose Gardner.
Rose, yeah, Rose. 5 roses.
The Rose Garden. No.
Gardner. Where's Gardner?
How did you know he was a rose gardener?
Cass. Bench. Yeah. And you've got some possibly Ainley because Ainley came on, didn't he? He might factor in there. Yeah. He came on Thursday night.
Ainley's another option for if he wants to give Corey a break after his stint at left back. He could bring Ainley in the midfield, couldn't he?
Yeah, he came on Thursday night. He did all right.
There's a few options, but we are, as you say, limited for choice.
Few options, yeah. I think we'll.
So looking forward to that, and we'll be doing some bits of reaction to that on Tuesday, which we'll put out. So that'll be interesting. See how we go with that. So that'll be a quick turnaround on doing our stuff for that, and then after that, it's we've got Bradford at home is the next home game, but League Two. So we've already played Bradford.
Yeah, Cookie coming back.
Yeah,
scored.
Yeah, scored
on Saturday.
Scored against us on the Saturday, and
I mean they're second from top. And the league table's a bit early to look at, but they are second.
I mean, you pinned it yesterday. You sent me a text saying the 3 points off the promotion places, and I said, yeah, but we're only 2 points off the relegation places. But that tells you everything you need to know about the league table at this stage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Bradford. I had a quick look. They beat Bromley yesterday, 3-1, but Bromley had a man sent off after 9 minutes.
Yeah.
So up against it. Because they've started quite well, Bromley, in the league. Yeah. I think they won 2, and then lost yesterday to Bradford. But
and then you've got Harrogate beat Colchester at their place yesterday after a couple of 2-0 defeats, I think. So, so they
Colchester game not called off though. That's interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't though. A bit early in the season for them to be off.
Well, they've made the pitch twice as big, haven't they? So they can just play wherever.
Can soak up more water. Yeah. Just pick a square.
That was ridiculous last year, wasn't
it? Yeah. So Bradford coming back again. I'll say it'll be a different game to the league game. And I think they'll be looking to really push us. And it really depends whether we get anybody else in for the before the window closes. But it's hard to see how anybody's necessarily getting into the squad in time for Saturday, isn't it? There's virtually no time to train with the squad ahead of Saturday.
No, I think I'd be surprised if anybody came in. To be honest, I think it's they must have had a lot of they've been looking all the time. There's players they've got probably lined up. It's just get it all finished off, isn't it?
Yeah. So Bradford again, different game to last time. Like I say, Cook scored against us last time, and he also scored at the weekend. So we had a bit of a picking out our ex-Mariners scoring over the weekend. So
we did.
So do you want to let me know the ones you picked out?
I picked out Manny D.
Manny D scored late on for Hartlepool, was it?
Yeah, he scores after 90 minutes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he leaves a speciality in it.
And who else was? I think you picked out the rest of them. Oh, Cookie for Bradford. Yeah, Cookie I said Cook's played.
They were the two you came up with. And I got early on Harry Clifton popped up for his first Doncaster goal. Turned out to be a winning goal against Morecambe.
It was, yeah. I've seen the goal. Yeah, he nipped in. And
was it a typical Clifton-esque special?
Yeah. Palmer for Wrexham.
Yeah, Ollie Palmer for Wrexham. Little lesser known, but I managed to pick it out. Danny Andrew scored for Cambridge, and the Shop managed to get another one for York. In there.
Shop, I was watching that. Yeah, that was a late equaliser, I think.
2-2 draw at Sutton. Hopefully, he didn't have a position there where the linesman and the referee were falling out with each other like we did when we were last there.
I can remember Danny Andrew when we played Notts County again away game, and they just brought in a rule to shirt pulling or tugging anything, like any slight tug of the shorts or anything, and then they was giving free kicks, and he tugged the guy's shorts, I think it was, hardly touched them, and he gave a penalty. So this is probably about 6-7 years ago, and it was. I remember that, and it was like, if that's what it's going to be like, geez, there's going to be loads of penalties this season. And
we had a penalty for that very thing against Bradford in the cup, didn't we? Which Smallwood missed, as it turns out. But you like to see him give them, but we never get them. I mean, there's some great pictures of the Cheltenham game, I think it was, where where Davis scored. There's pictures of black and white striped shirts with big bends in them because they're being pulled, but nobody ever picks. They never seem to pick them out when it's us.
No,
it's too ferocious a crowd, and the ref.
I know. We always think we have bad luck, and we definitely did on Thursday night. But you see other teams, they have bad luck as well. But we just think we have more than anybody else.
There was lots of positive comments in relation to Town about, if you think you're having shit luck, look at Grimsby Town.
I've seen. Yeah.
There was a lot of them.
Yeah, and we do have bad luck. I mean, but I've seen a goal today on, who was it, Bournemouth, Newcastle, and it was Bournemouth scored, and it hit his shoulder. Looked like he headed it in. This is to win the game, to go 2-1 up, and it hit his shoulder on his shirt, above the shirt, where his shirt finishes, and it was disallowed by VAR. And it was a goal, really. I mean, it hit his arm, but it wasn't handball because it hit his shoulder. And I'm thinking, God, did it hit his shoulder first? Hit his shoulder, yeah. The Bournemouth coach got sent off for complaining, and their manager was complaining. But it should in theory, it should have stood. I mean, they've got VAR and everything in the Premier League, haven't they? So I'd have been annoyed by that, not standing like. But
that's another week out the way for us Mariners. It'd be interesting to see how we get on Tuesday night. Looking forward to that. So we'll see you there. I'm on my way back from the other side of the country. So should be leaving.
Oh, you're coming back from Warrington?
Yeah, I should be coming from Warrington. So probably end up coming straight to the match. And then
I've got the week off this week, so
you'll be there early.
I'll be there ready, and 2 Yorkshire derbies, or 2 Yorkshire teams, shall we say?
Yeah. Well,
Chef Wednesday and Bradford.
We refer them to them as derbies, don't we? We're obviously looking forward to more sessions like these. We're going to put something together for reaction to Tuesday night. Also looking to put together something on different aspects of Grimsby Town. So looking at putting together a mini program about the champions of 1979-80 at some stage. So look out for that.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to get in touch, take part, provide information for us to put these things together, feel free to get in touch either through our YouTube, Twitter channel, Three Fish on the Shirt, and say don't be shy at approaching us to get involved if you want to get involved. And don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel as well, because it really helps keep us moving. And we've had some good listenership figures to start with so far. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah,
but get involved.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's it for another week, Steve. I think we've put the world to rights.
Just about, yeah. Referees are crap, etc.
Yeah, League Two referee, definitely League Two.
And we're looking forward to Tuesday night because our mate's fourth official,
Adam Hertzeg, the referee from the Wrexham game, the 5-4 special, who we thought was a twat after 10 minutes, but we liked him at the end.
It's given a penalty.
And although Phil Parkinson didn't think much to him, did he?
No. It's saving grace is that David Artell won't know who he is, probably. I don't know, unless somebody told him.
Maybe not, yeah. So,
it's Hursty's was in charge, wasn't he? So,
talking of which, I see Hurstball is doing Swindon? Shrewsbury? Proud?
Shrewsbury.
Rooted to the foot of the table, one scored.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's got Toto in defence, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So he'll be all over the place.
Is that the little dog from The Wizard of Oz? Or Toto Nusala that we used to play for us?
Aristotle.
It's probably Toto from The Wizard of Oz, isn't it?
Yeah, so Kirsty will be on his way from there soon, and then he'll end up back at town in another couple of years.
So I've now got another possible title for the podcast today. Toto.
Toto, where are you? Yeah.
Toto,
he's
back
all right.
Post, back post.
Toto, the loyal dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that was from, what was that? I mean, that film, Toto the dog, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Wizard of Oz, isn't it? The little dog's called Toto.
Toto the loyal dog.
Yeah.
He follows Kirsty everywhere.
Oh, got you. You're making new stuff up for me.
Come on, Toto.
Well, thanks for joining. We will reconvene on Tuesday night at home against Sheffield Wednesday at Bundle Park. Until then, we'll catch you on the next one.
Up the Mariners.
Up the Mariners.
Fish.
They win it back quickly. Smith are inviting pressure, and they're in here. Nakati! What a roar from the Mariners! The comeback kings could be doing it again. It's flipped on towards the back post and turned in. Maguire Drew was there. And it might just have